The tech titans of the world, they're gathered on Capitol Hill today for the Senate's first Artificial Intelligence Insight Forum.
Yeah, we are seeing the likes of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and other media moguls. They're all gathered in one room to help build a foundation for bipartisan tech policy. NBC News technology correspondent Jacob Ward joins us now from San Francisco. No one better to talk to this about. So, Jacob, what about this event? It's spearheaded by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. It was criticized, actually, from the moment it was announced as being more of a selfie opportunity. But what could come from this?
Well, the guest list is the first thing that caught everyone's attention, right? You have the CEOs of some of the largest companies, not just in the U.S., but in the history of the world. And yet it was a closed proceedings, closed to the public, closed to the press. Even other senators spoke up and said that this, a session in which senators would not even get the chance to ask live questions, they had to submit them in writing ahead of time, was not a good, earnest way to understand the stakes here. But it was an opportunity, at least on the steps of the Capitol, to get some sense of how regulators and the people invited here were coming together. Here's how Elon Musk described it just about a half hour ago.
Do you think that Congress is sufficiently ready to regulate AI?
No, not yet. No, the sequence of events will not be jumping at the deep end and making rules, but it starts with insights. You start with a group formed to create insights, to understand the situation. Then you have proposed rulemaking. You'll get some objections from industry or whatever, and then ultimately you get sort of a consensus on rulemaking.
Now, what's so notable here, of course, is that he says regulators should not just jump into the deep end, but of course, critics have been saying all along that that is exactly what large companies have been doing. They are leaping in and releasing these models to the public, and in the process, basically sort of baking in all sorts of tendencies and patterns into AI at a time when we don't even really have a good way yet of understanding which writing on the internet is AI generated and which is human generated. So lots of criticisms of this at the same time that it was a rare opportunity to bring some of the top minds in AI to Capitol Hill to talk to lawmakers.
Yeah. Can you stay on that point for just a minute, Jake? Because I think that criticism is really important, because sort of to put it another way, this is an AI regulation forum dominated by CEOs who realistically have very little interest in being regulated. So tell us more about what other perspectives we're sort of missing from today's conversation.
Well, the criticism that I hear over and over again here, Morgan, is that basically, the people that are there are focused on profit. Now, there are a handful of people who do not represent big companies, but you have Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Those four people alone, right, are really focused on quarter-by-quarter shareholder profits. And so the critics that I speak to say that the long-term effects of AI and the regulations are going to have to last generations. Talking about it right now as having to be released right now is, they say, the wrong way to go about this.
All right. NBC News technology correspondent Jacob Ward. Jake, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.